Breaking overnight, crews responded early this morning to a fire at an apartment in downtown Minot. Joe Skrzyszewski has been on the scene throughout the night and he joins us with more. Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, good morning, Wayne. The apartment in Minot that's on fire this morning are the Halls Apartments. It's at the intersection, it's at the corner of 2nd Street and 3rd Avenue in downtown Minot. It's just west of the Ward County Courthouse and kitty corner to Minot Central Campus. Now, a lot of the details about the fire are limited at this time, including if there were any injuries or what the cause of the fire is. Police on scene told us earlier this morning that one of their main concerns at this point is what they're calling the collapse zone. That is, if the structure were to begin to collapse. Here's a look at the scene from earlier, some video that we got. This is the north end of the apartment complex. Actually, you can see that the firefighters were coming at it from all angles, and it's so cold that the water is actually freezing on parts of the building shortly after it makes contact. Now, we will continue to follow what's going on here in downtown Minot this morning and have updates as they become available. In Minot, I'm Joe Skrzyszewski reporting for your news leader.
Breaking overnight, crews responding early this morning to a fire at an apartment in downtown Minot. Joe Skrzyszewski has been on the scene throughout the night and he joins us with more. Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, good morning, Wayne. Fire crews here in Minot are continuing to battle this fire at the Halls Apartments at 2nd Street and 3rd Avenue, and it's been a struggle all morning. In fact, I want to show one point here to our viewers. I want to show that one hot spot right there that our camera operator is zooming in on. You can see a crew of firefighters that are working on putting it out. They've been struggling with that spot of this apartment for much of the morning. It's in kind of the central area of the apartment. Some crews on scene tell us that the roof of this apartment complex is gone. It's just gone. So at this point, the structure is a total loss, and they're working on just putting the fire out. Now, we also had the opportunity, your news leader had the opportunity to speak with a spokesperson for the city of Minot. They told us that there's 28 units in this apartment. They believe at least 26 of them were occupied at this time. It's unclear at this time if there were any injuries and if everybody was able to get out, but we're working on collecting information. Also, the superintendent for Minot Public Schools tells us that school for Central Campus, the students at Central Campus, just kitty corner to here, it will be in session today, but parents are advised to be careful with their students because the streets are blocked off, so parking is going to be limited as well. Be courteous of the police and the firefighters and first responders out here. We'll have more information as it becomes available. In Minot, I'm Joe Skrzyszewski reporting for your news leader.
We are now getting a better look at the damage to a downtown Minot apartment complex where a fire broke out overnight. Joe Skrzyszewski has been following the fire and he joins us live now with the latest. Joe.
Yeah, good afternoon, Hope. Firefighters roughly 12 hours later are still on scene here at what's left of the Halls apartment complex here just off of downtown Minot, putting out what's left of last night's fire. There's still a lot that's unknown at this time, including if everybody managed to get out okay and the cause of the fire. Now, we're here down on the ground, but I got to tell you, we got some shocking eye-in-the-sky footage from one of our viewers, Tom Alexander, from the top of the Milton Young Towers just across the street. As you can see in this video, the roof of the apartment is completely gone. And a spokesperson for the city of Minot told us earlier this morning about the firefighters' plan of attack for today.
I mean, it's been a long night for them already. It's going to be a long day as well. This isn't something that just stops automatically. We're going to have guys on scene probably for another 24 hours or so. They'll be watching even after the flames go out. We'll have a pretty heavy presence down here for a while.
Yeah, and Hope, the Red Cross is assisting some of the tenants who were displaced by this fire, and we're also trying to get more reaction from some of those tenants. We're also trying to learn more about the history of this apartment. We're told that the building was more than 100 years old, so we'll have updates on this story throughout the day. In Minot, I'm Joe Skrzyszewski reporting for your news leader.
Joe, thank you for the update.
This is what's left of a historic
apartment complex in the heart of Minot's downtown.
The apartment, built more than a century ago, is left in ruins, and now the search for answers begins. Good evening and thanks for tuning in. We bring you complete coverage of what happened last night and who it's impacting and how the community is stepping up to help.
We just learned in the past hour that the Minot Fire Department confirmed all the tenants are safe. Let's begin now with a look at the fire itself and the brave response from our local public servants.
A peaceful Tuesday night soon turned into a race against time Wednesday morning as fire crews descended on the Hall's apartments engulfed in flames. The fire tore through the top level of the apartment, forcing firefighters to dump thousands of gallons of water on the structure. Efforts to put out the fire at the Hall's apartments in Minot has been a true team effort. We're told as many as 30 firefighters have been on scene throughout the night battling the flames.
I mean, it's been a long night for them already. It's going to be a long day as well. This isn't something that just stops automatically. We're going to have guys on scene probably for another 24 hours or so. They'll be watching even after the flames go out. We'll have a pretty heavy presence down here for a while.
The American Red Cross coming to the aid of those who lost their homes.
We're getting them motels if they need a place to stay and some assistance for immediate essentials tonight.
As night turned to day, the true devastation of the fire was revealed. The roof gone, power lines and porches frozen underwater. And the investigation frozen as well, as a structural engineer will have to inspect the apartment before investigators can even get inside. A devastating blaze, taking away the homes of many, and with it, a piece of Minot history.
And we are going to be continuing to follow with the city on the investigation. Now, in the wake of this fire, dozens of tenants are now finding themselves without a home.
Our reporter Faith Hatton joins us live from the scene with reaction. Faith?
Good evening, Charlie and Joe. I am standing in front of the Halls apartments now. I spoke with two now former residents of the Halls apartment complex who are searching for answers. As of right now, they are still looking for more information. One of them actually found out about the fire while she was across the country.
Luckily, I live right across from the fire department, so they were here before I even got downstairs.
For Kelvin Vincent, the past 24 hours have been rough.
And only stuff I was able to grab was what I have on right now, my wallet and my cell phone.
Vincent is one of the tenants of the Halls apartments who finds himself without a home. He says he was awoken by a neighbor who urged him to get out.
I was sleeping, and I woke up to the smell of smoke. And I woke up, I was like, oh my goodness, what's happening? I thought maybe I was dreaming. But then there was a loud knock on my door saying, get out, the building's on fire. And I was like, oh shoot. So I sprung up.
Vincent said he's not remorseful of the things he had to leave behind, but for other residents like Morgan Hampshire, they weren't so lucky.
My travel plans were about to wrap up anyway, so the fact that I'm leaving today and coming home to nothing is really disheartening.
Hampshire was out of the state in Philadelphia when she learned of the fire from local officials. For her, she may have lost some things that can't be replaced.
And there are 2 cats that are currently in the unit, so I don't know if they're okay. And that's my biggest concern right now. Things can be replaced, but my mindset right now is pray for the best, prepare for the worst.
Both tenants say they have found places to stay with family or friends, but still have a lot to do to move forward. The Red Cross is working to set up victims of the fire in hotels for the time being. Back to you in studio.
Just some heartbreaking stories.
It is.
All right, thank you so much, Faith. Well, in the midst of this tragedy, we're also seeing the good of the Minot community come out.
In the wake of the fire, some local organizations are stepping up to help tenants in their time of need. Sasha Strong joins us with the story.
Minot YWCA stepped up to help those who lost their homes last night.
The YWCA is offering supplies like men and women's clothing, soap, shampoo, and other personal care items. They say those who lost belongings in the fire can pick them up from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday or by appointment. They will also be accepting donations to distribute to former tenants. YWCA Executive Director Megan Von Baron says they are doing everything they can to be a support to their neighbors.
We're also putting together personal care kits, so with combs, toothbrushes, toothpaste, so it's just centrally in a bag for them. and if they're in a hurry dealing with everything else they have to worry about today, they can just grab it from us and at least have that.
The YWCA sits across the street from Hall's apartment building.